Hello! And welcome back to the battlefield, soldier. We're gonna play Battlefield 2042, and by we're, I mean me, and Freelancer Alpha, who's actually been playing a lot of it. You've been fighting the good fight, nephew. It's good to see.
Yeah, a bit too much.
Well, that's just the mark of a good game.
Yeah.
Right. Humanity. Gear up and save humanity. More at your disposal. Fight the war machine with the premium pass event. See, I believe this pass is 100.
The
yeah.
event pass is 500 battlefield coins.
Yeah,
From
I've
what
got
I'm seeing on
400.
stream, yeah. If you manage to hit, well, obviously you'll be able to. Once you hit, level 3 on the pass, you'd be able to get this pass for free.
Yeah, okay,
Pretty
let's do
much.
that then. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because you can only buy 500. Like, yeah, let's do that. I'll do it that way. Cool, let's invite you.
Careful.
I know, like, yeah, don't worry. Yeah. I have been coughing a little bit, but it's just like a little tickle in the throat. Oh, wow. That was fast.
Ta-da.
Oh my, look at you like a little droid thing.
Oh, yeah.
Beep boop, beep boop. Okay.
This isn't the only specialist I have that looks like a fucking robot.
Man, Conquest 128, I'm doing it, man, because eventually 128 is going to be like, just gone.
Yeah.
You know, like the new Battlefield based off of leaked footage that I totally didn't leak because I'm not in the playtest. But it looks cool, right? I've seen little snippets. But you just know that you will not want 120. To be fair, looking at the game visually with all the destruction of physics, I don't know whether they can build that game with 128 players. Because I think part of what enabled 128 players in this game is like the complete lack of destruction compared to Battlefield 4.
The fact that they toned some things down.
Yeah, Levolution was no thing. Like the Behemoths was no thing. Hi, Yax.
Right, so what?
See, here's the thing, Yax. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that tonight. Yax is asking me how was Season 2 Tekken. So, here's the thing. I had a blast, but I have since, and I think this is important, spent the time looking into the reactions of more skilled higher level players. And the more skilled higher level players showed me things that, yeah, I can understand why people are reacting the way they are to the changes. Because, yeah, everybody has been buffed to absolute ridiculous degree. And it seems like people are quitting the game en masse. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. I think the only reason why I was having fun yesterday is because my opponents and myself literally don't know and aren't using the optimal stuff of Season 2. The moment that we are, the game will become like very like one-dimensional, and it's just about who can like pull off their absolutely broken over 100 damage combo first. Because yes, Alpha, that was not me misspeaking. There's like everybody's got combos that's like over 100 damage, and Tekken you have a health bar of 220.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So I do think the dev team have an issue on their hands. Potentially. Dude, already I'm like having a blast in this game and remembering why I love Battlefield so much. This is fun. Whoa.
Do you suddenly see why I have been playing this like non-stop for the past couple days? And
Yes.
somebody just put the
Yes.
new helicopter.
Because I'm in like I'm on the back of a vehicle now, like with this grenade launcher thing, and I'm firing at all the little like soldiers. It's totally overkill. Like if you're one of the enemy team and you're on foot, I'm sorry, okay. But like you can go and find yourself a vehicle too. So
Yep.
I hope this. Hang on, there's music playing in the radio. I hope that's stream safe.
Can vary.
Right, is there a way to turn it off in settings? Then?
Yes.
Right, let me do that.
You can
right
indeed
now.
turn the setting. You can turn the radios off
right.
in the settings. You can also turn them off in game as well.
Music package.
By simply
game
just using the directional pad.
Oh wait, in-world radio music. Oh, okay. So
yeah,
there. That's off. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Damage to the vehicle!
Yeah, that should have always been off. Yeah. So I'm very interested to see how the whole Tekken Season 2 thing plays out. You know what, I actually agree with, I'm gonna say something spicy on stream. I agree with Main Man Sweet. Because I was watching his video from a few days ago when he was just looking at reacting to the Tekken talk. And he was like, if Heat in Tekken 8 is going to have all these crazy properties, right? Moves in Heat are going to have the crazy properties. Then all that needs to change is that, well, let me explain it like this. Currently, when you've activated Heat in Tekken 8, and if you're attacking, the timer stops. Like, as long as you're being aggressive, you can maintain your heat state for, like, possibly the full round. Because when you're attacking, the timer burnout pauses. He was like, if you don't press any buttons after activating heat, heat is gone in 10 seconds. So he was like, a good way to potentially fix all this unga bunga is to just make it that no matter what you do, whether you press a button or not, let's have heat last 10 seconds and 10 seconds only. Therefore, heat could be crazy powerful, but it's a very finite resource. Right? And I'm like, you know what, Sweet? I'm picking up what you're putting down, man. I see what you mean. Like, so that's a potential thing. Another thing that I came up with, and I mentioned this to Sky last night, not that I'm a Tekken game designer or anything, but you know how Street Fighter 6 has a drive parry system that spends drive gauge, where you can basically auto-block multiple things, like just by holding the drive parry state? And similarly, the anime fighting game Guilty Gear Strive has faultless defense that spends the tension gauge, right? Well, I was like, what if there was a similar mechanic in Tekken 8 that spent the heat gauge? Right?
It was not advisory for that medic to revive me, but Jesus Christ, they went and did it and fucking succeeded.
Oh, hang on a minute. We got an enemy somewhere. Where you at? Where you at? I'm taking E1. Okay, we got E1. Now, I'm pushing over to E2.
Okie dokie.
If I can find a way. Oh.
What we need to take is Charlie sector, but unfortunately they have that clamped down like a lion feasting on food.
This is like my favorite Battlefield 2042 map, by the way, so I'm thrilled I got this map.
Our forces are advancing to take Echo 2.
Oh, I'm squad leader.
Yes, you are.
Objective marked.
Alerting the commander.
He goes for a smoke grenade. Holy shit!
Oh, holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, my magazine is not as large as I'd have liked. That's why I didn't join yesterday. I didn't want to be the guy and all reactionary about it. Right. I mean... No, it's fine because, like, I get it. I mean, but I'm just gonna be honest with everyone. I had fun yesterday. Like, think of it this way, right? Patch hits, everybody gets demoted 4 ranks, yeah? Because that's what they said. It's a soft rank reset. So I go from Shinryu to the bottom orange rank. In one day alone, in 117 online games, which, yeah, I know it's a lot. Some of that was against friends, but most of it was ranked. I got 3 promotions on day 1. I do think part of that is that I'm a much better player than I was when Tekken 8 originally launched, but also part of that is quite clearly Lydia's toolkit has been improved, much like how everyone's toolkit has been improved, right? And at the level that I'm fighting at, like I said earlier, none of us are using the most optimal 100 damage combo shit. And as a result of that, like, it feels more balanced than perhaps it is at the top, you know, where the players, they know the best combos, they lab the best stuff, and it just becomes a who gets to hit their crazy stuff first kind of thing.
No, I'm not
Which
gonna-
I can understand how that can feel really shallow. Like, and I do think that Namco need to address this quickly. 100% they need to address this quickly.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I was gonna save this discussion for like tonight when we're actually playing, but I might as well say it now while I remember.
Allied forces are attacking Echo 2.
If a whole bunch of competitive players and veteran players leave out of frustration, what I'm worried about and what I don't want to happen is I don't want Tekken 8 to become, and I mean this lovingly, Ed Boon, but like, ultimately, Tekken 8 could become the next Mortal Kombat 1. What I mean by that is, yeah, the game sells a lot to casuals, but a lot of people don't take the game seriously, right?
Friendly forces.
Due to the mechanics and how it plays. I would be really sad if that happened to Tekken 8. But that's exactly what's gonna happen. Honestly, it might, yeah. I can see it now. Because listen, I went to bed after having a great time in Tekken 8, and I'm like, I honestly can't see what all the fuss is about. Because I literally couldn't. I'm just being on, like... And so I went online. I listened to K-Wiz. I listened to Sweet. I listened to Spag, Speed Kicks, FeedEx, you know, because a lot of them are together on a podcast like Heat Speak, right? And I, you know, I watched new season 2 combo videos, and you know, checked out Maximilian do stuff, and the stuff that I saw was ridiculous, guys.
Sector secure.
Actually ridiculous. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Objective marked.
And I'm like, oh, so this is what happens when, you know, because everybody on the internet just screams, buff my main character, right? It like, so people on the internet, they're like, oh yeah, buff so-and-so, but what they're really saying is like, buff my main. But this is what happens when the whole cast gets buffed. Like, everything that that main player wants as a buff, if everybody gets everything, Season 2 Tekken 8 is what happens. I understand now. Like, So what really should have happened is nerfs, not buffs, right? Nerf the problematic interactions. Don't buff anything. Like, that actually has an interesting parallel with mixing in music tech. There is a notion that if you've got, like, if you're making a piece of music and you can't hear a certain instrument in the mix, the mentality and the temptation is to turn up that instrument, right, Alpha? You're following along with that, right? If you can't hear the lead guitar, what do?
Oh,
You turn up the lead
medic.
guitar.
Yeah.
Whereas the smart thing and the
Oh.
really hard thing to do, believe it or not, rather than turn up the lead guitar, the smart and hard thing that takes a bit more nuance is to leave the guitar where it is and turn down everything else. So you cut, don't boost, you know? Like, and essentially what Tekken probably needed to do was nerf, don't buff, right? And instead what they've done is they've buffed everybody. They've buffed Leo that you play, they've buffed Yoshi, like they've buffed everyone. Everyone.
The way I see when it comes to everybody being buffed and nobody getting nerfs is it may look like a buff, like all round, but in actuality, because everybody is now overtuned to be better, it's actually a nerf for, like, across the board.
Yeah, like it's Tekken 8 is in a weird place right now. I maintain the fact that I had fun yesterday because I did. I mean, come on. 3 ranked promotions, guys.
Our forces now hold Bravo sector.
In one day. That's never happened. Like,
that down.
that's straight up never happened. And maybe it is just because I understand Tekken 8,
Oh shit.
you know, more than I have any other prior Tekken, but I can see where the issues are now. And I think it's important for me to continue to look into it and be as
You may be
well informed as
110
possible.
meters away, but I'm coming to revive.
Nobody is weak at offense-wise. Buffs don't mean shit. It's the meta. Right, yeah.
And that is exactly it.
But I'm really interested how it plays out. Namco need to address it because if they want their people to care about Tekken World Tour and you know the game to continue to sell through the Tekken World Tour and the hype build around it, they can't leave the game like this. They just can't. So I'm expecting another big patch that will change a lot soon. They're gonna have to do something like that. Because if they don't, the game could well die.
Hey, Pooch.
Because this is not just a vocal minority thing. Basically, every player worth his salt is basically saying the same stuff. And I have a lot of respect for these players. There's a reason why I'm a fan of them. You know? And when everybody's saying the same thing, they can't all be wrong, you know? Like, so... yeah. Because here's another point I want to put to you guys, right? Because, like, Legacy Tekken was, like, really tough, right? When Tekken was a more defensive and more layers of complexity, I still played it, right? I never played it well, but I still played it. So, if Tekken 8, like, worked more like Tekken 7 or even Tekken 5, guess what? Scrubby casual me would still play it. Therefore, it stands to reason that, like, the team probably should stop trying to make everything easier. Make sure that the people at the top level have a really engaging, fun game to play. Because me as a filthy casual will still play it regardless. You know? I will still play it. So you don't need to try and like make it a one button I win game. Like not that they've gone quite that far yet, but yeah, like so yeah, I'm worried for the fighting game that I've, you know, it was my first love in terms of fighting games. And I want it to succeed. And this is basically like Code Red. We are Code Red. Like... I do still want to play it tonight because the whole Wednesday, Sunday thing. I'm gonna keep that up. Obviously, if anyone shows up to play, we'll play.
Our defeat is inevitable here.
If no one shows up to play, I'll grind rank until I hit a ceiling. If we get to a point, right, where like everybody has stopped showing up to play on my Tekken streams because you guys just don't like the state the game's in, that's fine. If everybody like stops showing up to play and then I at the same time hit a ranked ceiling I just can't break through because of how the game is, that's when I might consider like, okay, maybe I play something else for a little bit, let the game change, because of course, you know, in the era of live service that we live in, like the game isn't going to stay the same. It will evolve over time. And I really hope that Namco are hearing and seeing this feedback, because yes, it's only day 2 of season 2 now, but still, like, yeah, they've got problems and they need to solve it.
Maria Falk reporting for duty.
Okay, so that was Conquest on my favorite map. Let's actually check out some of the War Machine stuff. So King of the Hill, Domination, and Rush Override.
Yep. Now, Rush Override, I will warn you now.
Yeah.
It is basically just Rush, but you are a 4-man squad and specialists are locked.
Okay.
You cannot have duplicate specialists.
What's with the glowy eyes, man?
That is from one of the previous seasons where...
Oh, the Dead Space
you know
season?
when they introduced Redacted?
Yes.
Yeah, it was that season, and I think that was season 6. I can't remember. But basically, multiple specialists got, like, fancy skins where they looked really fucked up.
Man, this map seems way smaller now. Like, just go to this mode, it's like, oh yeah, the battlefield's strong. Still cool.
Domination is the same.
Yeah.
Rush Override is also the same, but you
like,
are...
all these modern shooter players like, I can't handle big man, this is overwhelming. Sorry.
Oh, nope. That's great.
Listen, man, this is Battlefield. I want multiple, like, postal codes on the same map.
Oh.
Hell, give me a whole state.
My loadout is incorrect, but I'm still going to use it until I die.
If they have like yeah, give me the whole of Route 66 as a Battlefield map.
Thank you, teammate.
Like, this is Battlefield, my guy. It's got
Ow.
to seem like a battlefield. There's got to be, again, the previous match, there was 128 players.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually gets to a point where, like, when you've got, like, tanks on the ground, planes in the air, like, on foot, soldiers and stuff, and that many of them, it really does give you the sense of a battlefield, whereas this is skirmish.
I mean, to be fair, when King of the Hill has been around, it's...
New objective on your map.
No, don't do that.
I mean, no, I gotta say, right, King of the Hill, when I saw that King of the Hill was one of the modes, I'm like, ooh. Because if you're talking about 90s first-person shooter, a bit of, like, King of the Hill, I'm talking in things like Unreal Tournament, Quake, and the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90s FPS King of the Hill, that's some hype shit. Like, so,
I mean, well,
yeah.
this absolutely isn't going to hold a candle to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Trace said bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
It's got the Battlefield kind of gimmick to it.
Yeah.
It's got all the weird, wacky fucking vehicles
Yeah, that's cool,
that
man.
Battlefield is going to have.
Yeah.
And I appreciate them trying,
Yeah.
because it does genuinely make for a fun gimmick instead of just constantly playing Rush and Conquest all the time. Somebody hiding under one of the huts.
I'm on my way, nephew. Oh, what the frick? There we go.
Yeah.
75% and counting. Seize an objective.
Can I blow this house up now? Thank you.
Oh no. Ah.
Vehicle.
Eyes on hostile. Almost 70 meters from your position.
Oh shit.
Anytime I come back to this game, I'm reminded why I love it. You know?
I just point blank someone with a rocket. Oh,
Claimed an
That
objective.
motherfucker's hands now.
Battlefield.
Got waylaid again.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why I love playing Engineer sometimes.
Yeah, engineer's great. I did a lot of engineering in Battlefield 4 because I've got to be honest, I think maintaining vehicles, like vehicles had a larger sway in like whether a game of Conquest was won or lost in Battlefield 4. I don't know
Yeah.
whether you agree. Like,
It was the same with Battlefield 1 with a
Yeah.
lot of its maps, especially because of it being a World War One
yeah,
setting.
yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
in of
dude,
itself
we
is
had
like-
we had a player on our team, a recon, slapped down a spawn beacon. What a pro! Hell yeah!
Yeah, it's a challenge for the season event as well.
See, that's what you do, Call of Duty, right? You want to kind of make people be more team player. You create missions with rewards for basically playing how the game should be played. You know?
There's a few revive objectives as well.
Cool, because I'm actually I'm playing medic, and I'm actually medicing. Like, so you'll be pleased to know.
The other one is also doing a lot of recon.
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
I'm
not
not so
a-
great on the reconnaissance. We got an enemy Sundance wingsuiting in. Did you see that?
Hang on a
Like
minute, there's a
almost like
helicopter.
person-sized flying squirrel? Yeah, that's Sundance over there. You
Where's
can
that
see why
helicopter?
I've got a thermal sight on my gun, right? Because I can see through that damn smoke. I still didn't have the reactions to frickin' kill the player. But,
Oh,
Seize an objective.
oh yeah, by the way, I'm no longer squad leader because I forgot to do my job and therefore someone's taking my job, but I'm okay with it.
New objective under our control.
oh, yeah, there's the enemy. Why is it so fucking high up?
I don't
Like, they're
know.
practically just fucking helo dropping.
I can't see shit. This is glorious.
By what I mean by helo dropping, I mean high altitude, low orbit. Yes, I know the acronym.
Yes. Solid Snake does it at the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 3. Gotta go enjoy Battlefield, guys. We will, Yaks. And I will be on Tekken later. You are under no obligation to join and play. But I will be doing it anyway.
Now! Aw. I do kind of miss the Battlefield 5 fortification system.
Yeah, me too. I kind of hope it comes back. I also think it was cool how support could build twice as quickly.
Yeah.
Like everyone could build, but...
I personally enjoyed playing support a lot.
Oh no! Wait, I didn't just kill him with the ammo crate, did I? No, surely not. So there was a guy that needed bullets. So I'm like, hey man, you need ammo? And like the ammo crate landed on his leg. And then he was like, ah! But I think he got shot at that moment.
I'm trying way too hard to blow up this fucking
It's
helicopter.
the thing though, right? A crate full of ammo, like potentially would be like kind of heavy, right? So the the thing is, it's like
If I'm
depending on
not
how heavy the ammo
mistaken,
is.
you can kill enemies doing it.
All right, I've gone into a weird drone thing, and whoa! How do I fly this? Why is it going just
Oh, you're on the
backwards?
flying bike. You're on the flying bike. It's basically like piloting a helicopter.
It's going backwards all the time, though.
Banking the camera up will make it go backwards. Banking the camera downwards will make it go forwards.
Okay, do I have any weaponry?
No.
What?
That is a transportation vehicle.
Oh. Oh wait, I'm getting it, man. I'm getting it. Yep. I'm almost there. No one will even notice.
No! My DACA was not effective enough. Is there
Okay, people
medic close enough?
People kind of noticed me. I don't
Yeah,
know
when
how.
when you're flying that, when you're flying that, you are seen as an absolute menace to tanks. Like tanks will fucking hate you.
We ruined their intel and siphoned plenty for ourselves.
Victory!
I felt like I was riding on a Mav. The freaking Mav squad. Boing, 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 boing. Battlefield from reference, guys. And Finding Nemo. So basically, we're going to play each of the 3 modes at least once on stream. And then kind of like...
Yes.
I'm assuming it doesn't really matter which mode we play. I guess maybe some objectives are mode
Not
specific.
really, no. There's no extra benefits with playing any of the modes outside of, like, I would say, earning
By the way, what rank are you now?
objective. I am 139.
Jesus, yeah, you passed me, sir.
I recently
Does that mean you
Last
ever
week,
read?
I think
Do you
it was-
ever read one of those red
Yes,
square?
I have a red square that says S039.
So, and that zero, the number can change, right?
Yes.
So
The
do you-
highest
So
S
how does it
rank,
change?
the highest S level I have seen is 999. Pretty much saying that that player was literally level 1000.
Right. So every S level has 100 ranks in it.
Yes. I don't know if there is
So
a different...
hold on. So if you're S39, sorry, no,
I am basically 139.
okay, but basically on your, when looking at your rank card, it's not gonna go up until you earn another 100 ranks. So we can't see the 39.
Well, you can see the 39, it's just that 100 is just considered a 0.
Oh.
It's a weird thing, and I
So
would personally just prefer...
basically, like, you can see the exact rank number, but the badge for it only changes every 100 ranks.
I don't actually know if it changes color.
You know, because like the
If
number
it does,
doesn't update.
that's great,
Yeah, the number
because it's
doesn't.
cool.
Yeah, but like the number doesn't update until you reach like 200. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, there's
Uh-oh.
S039. No, so it is updating every rank. Because it's
Yeah.
S039. Right, okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just clearing a building off the fucking
Okay,
map.
so it's a full digit number, so if there's an S, it just means they're Battlefield friends called them shit bucket kernels. Because, you know, you're past rank 100, you obviously play the game enough to have a shit bucket.
Pretty much.
See, I mean, even in Battlefield 4, I'm a shit bucket kernel in that game. I think I got to rank 100 and at least 111. But again, it's a testament to, well, actually I think part of what made me rank 100 in Battlefield 4 is that it was a launch title on PlayStation 4, and oh my god, what a
Like
launch
this.
title.
No, I'm repairing it because... Yeah. Somebody's using the AN-94. Absolutely fucking slaps, by the way.
I'm wondering do I have that, or is it something...
The AN-94 is locked behind level 15 in the pass.
Okay, I do not have that.
Although, if you would like to use it at any given point in time, there is obviously Portal.
Yes.
Because they unvaulted it from Portal.
That's great.
Personally,
And
I think they
through
should
Portal, are you
unvault
able to,
even more.
Are you able to
You
earn
can level it
from
up.
there?
I don't actually know.
Because with a lot of the Portal
I know
weapons,
it's...
right, you're able to... There's two ways to unlock the weapon. Usually it's like getting to a certain challenge on a unrelated weapon, or play Portal a lot with the weapon and get a lot of kills
Unlocking
with
it there,
Yeah.
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 I didn't. There's a lot of weapons that I just haven't done that with because finding the servers that have moderate or full XP in terms of Portal is just way too time consuming.
Alright. Surely you
So-
can filter by settings. No?
Yes, but again, time consuming.
Well, I mean, you can
What
also
kind of-
favorite servers, though, right? So if you find a few that have the conditions you want, because obviously finding one isn't going to be good enough, because that server
Yeah.
might not always be active and full. But if you find a few and then just go through the favorites list, I believe that's what I used to do on like Battlefield 4. You know, after EA kind of dropped the game, but I wanted to play it still. They've never like fully dropped the game. It's always been playable, but you know, once the DICE servers started to dry up in player base and all that kind of thing.
I think the worst offender in terms of that is once people start moving on from like that particular title, it gets really hard to find.
It's why I'm excited for a new modern Battlefield like what 6 is potentially gonna be, because it's basically gonna replace Battlefield 3 and 4. But it's going to have crossplay. And the thing is, Battlefields with crossplay, I don't think Battlefield 2042 is going to have the same issue. Because the crossplay is there, it's always going to have, like, its dedicated fan base. And that fan base is joined together. Because let's face it, if you want a decent game of Battlefield 4 in 2025, you've probably got to play the PC version. Because I feel like its true fans, they're not on the console versions, they're on the PC version. And I think that's true of any of the
Xbox Battlefield 5 is still very well populated. I did boot up Battlefield 4 on PlayStation a while back now.
Yeah, and I'm sure you can find games, you know.
Yeah, but it is scarce.
Right.
And even when you do, it's not fully populated. And it's also heavily one-sided, and it's,
Yeah.
But that's just what happens when a game gets quite old and
like, because when
crossplay comes in for another game, and it's just like, oh, okay,
yeah.
This game's kind of outdoing it for, like, everything else.
Yeah.
It's a little underwhelming with destruction, but, like, there's nothing else. Unless you have PC, in which case, you know, have fun.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Oh, what? Fire in the hole. There we go. Why'd it take 2 rockets to blow up that wall? That don't make any sense.
I don't know, but I'm heading.
Somebody's firing Liz's rockets. Liz's rockets are so fucking terrifying.
Why, what are they?
They are remote guided missiles. And that is her specialist gadget. It is probably like the most terrifying thing.
They didn't add another specialist.
No. She's been in the game for a while. It's just, again, each specialist has their own specialist gadget. Falk has the syringe pistol.
Yeah. I like, is it Pike? The one with the visor? That was cool. Seeing through walls and stuff.
Yeah, McKay has grapple hook, which is funny as hell. Because there's times where it's just like, I don't want to use it to grapple a building, I want to use it to kill somebody. And you can straight up just fire a grapple at somebody and kill them.
It's not very nice.
It's funny, because it's like, yeah, I used this to kill this person,
No,
when I'm supposed to be using it to get up to a higher elevation.
Alpha. And you know what? Now that it's on PlayStation Plus Extra / Premium, we gotta do this, man. You know what's funny?
Go on.
You playing UFC 5. That's funny.
I mean, I've already
Because you
told
see the
Dennis.
ragdoll, you see ragdoll
I-
physics, and you're just like,
I've already told.
like,
I've told Dennis I am a sadist. I will laugh at that shit.
yeah. I actually think that because you technically have access to the game for your membership, we genuinely should like just pick a day where like we'll do a stream of it, like just
I mean,
for
we
the
did plan
funsies.
on it at one point where
Yeah,
it's like if
yeah.
and when I got the game,
Yeah.
we'd play around.
Yeah.
There's somebody camping here. Hi, buddy.
I mean, I haven't announced this, but I already know what my next series of playthroughs is actually gonna be, and everyone's gonna laugh because it's not going back to Final Fantasy VII Remake quite yet. Like I've been saying, I really need to. There's something else I want to do first, chat. There's something else I want to do first.
Oh, I am such an asshole.
Why?
Because anytime I play support, my primary course of action, anytime I'm playing engineer, I'm going to whip up my LMG, I'm going to prop it down with a bipod, and I'm just going to spray with 200 rounds in my magazine.
Right.
I am not going to stop until I'm either A, out of ammo, or B, I die. Which just happened. Where are we at? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the enemy team is going to be taking this one back. I don't think they're taking this one back, chat.
I'm already at the next hill, so.
I'm not medic, but I need to play medic. Hi, buddy. Because they weren't going though. They were just gonna run over there to get kills.
Oh, dude had a fucking riot shield. Damn.
Yeah. Best way to deal with that guy with a riot shield, even though he has a flak jacket perk, which makes him more resistant to explosives, is literally just throwing explosives.
Okay.
I mean, that asshole, when he's holding his shield, can tank a fucking tank round.
Damn.
Why am I stuck in a rock? Yeah, he's a bit ridiculous. And I can understand why a lot of people really do not like Dozer. Ow. Oh, fucking gross. New vehicles available.
This is kind of crazy. Yeah, but because of the lighthouse, it's like, realistically, we ain't gonna be able to do much with a tank in here. Like...
No. I need a ×4 scope. I need my bipod. And I just need to spray anybody who pokes their head out.
Have you got your bipod for the knife yet? You need to put that on right now, I think.
A bipod and a knife, yeah.
The thing is, didn't they actually, they embraced the joke and put it in the game, I think. As like a cosmetic attachment.
I don't know. I do not have a bipod and a knife.
I think in one of the games, DICE actually did it. Because of the Battlefield Friends episode.
I know there were different melees for, obviously, Battlefield 1 and 5.
Okay, finally we're away from the lighthouse. Oh, all the
Yep,
vehicles.
and now we're at the objective where we joined last game,
Yeah, yeah,
with all the buildings.
yeah.
Marking a hostile. 250.
You know what our best course of action is? Hiding underneath.
Yes. See, even though the destruction in this battlefield is really lacking, the level design itself, I think, is really good.
I mean, this is
Enemy has
a
taken the objective.
Enemy soldiers.
Battlefield Bad Company 2 map. I can't remember where this is actually sat. It doesn't actually say the name of the map when you open up the
I
map.
prefer Bad Company 1. That campaign was funny.
These mercs usually hold gold bars.
I think that Bad Company 2 was just trying to be Modern Warfare too much. Like,
Alright, give me a second.
you know, like it saw
Yeah.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 and it was like, oh, I see you. In fact, I see you so much, like, I'm just gonna try and go after the same audience. And this is something that, like, I think big publishers need to understand. Imitating your competition is not necessarily gonna make the players of that game move over to your game.
No.
So, like,
They've got Bradley.
you know, Call of Duty fans are just Call of Duty fans, but Battlefield fans are Battlefield fans. Listen to the Battlefield fans, not to the Call of Duty fans.
I mean, there is an overlap with
Oh, sure.
both player bases. Maybe not to an extreme degree.
I mean, we play both, but yeah.
And I massively prefer Battlefield, but everybody would rather play Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I prefer Battlefield, and I'm grateful that you know you think the same way. I don't have to disown a nephew or something, you know. Just kidding.
Like you do that.
Yeah, as if, man. I'm just making a joke. But like, yeah, no, still, it's cool that you see the appeal. I mean, dude, who wouldn't love it? Well, Call of Duty fans. But like, I mean, look at
I
this,
saw the
though.
appeal because of me being an enjoyer of Halo Big Team Battle. So it was just constant, lots of fucking vehicles, lots of things to do,
Dude.
big maps.
You know, part of me really does want to play Halo again. I haven't tried running it through crossover yet, but I really should install Infinite. Because here's the thing, right? Some of the funniest stuff to me involves a warthog and a plasma grenade.
If you want to see the craziest fucking things a Halo player can do, look up Mint Blitz.
Mint Blitz.
Yes, he's Australian.
Of course he is.
But one of my favorite things that he fucking does, right, is he will absolutely fucking yeet
Yes.
vehicles.
Yes. And Halo vehicles, my god, do they yeet. They really can fly. Like, all of them.
I mean, because it's a sci-fi game, they can just go fucking wacky with the physics.
I almost want to see, like, almost like a skit where, like, Master Chief is like, you know, he needs to board, like, what's the name of the really big Covenant ships? Like, the giant purple battleship things? They surely have a name.
Depends.
I'm on about the really big ones. I believe you controlled one in ODST at one point.
That was a dropship Phantom.
Yeah. So, like, imagine, like, Master Chief
But
needs to board Master Chief, picture the scene, if you will. Master Chief needs to
you're
board
going
a
on about
Phantom.
like you're going on about a either a super carrier or like just any kind of giant big ass ship that the Covenant fly.
Yeah. So, like, picture the scene, if you will. Master Chief needs to board big ass, like, carrier thing. Cortana's like, but sir, we have no banshees in the area. And then he sees, like, this frickin', like, warthog just, you know, beat up and what have you. And then he's got all his plasma grenades. And he's like, no problem. And then he sees, like, this ramp where he's just, like, floors it, puts loads of, like, you know, plasmas on the warthog's ass. Boom! And then, like, just like
Master
a
Chief
missile.
fucking balling.
Yeah, just warthog into the side of this carrier thing. There you go. Because that's the thing, like, that's what you could do.
I just want Master Chief in another fighting game, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
That way, I could literally just openly state
He wasn't
as a
ever
joke.
in a fighting game, though, right? It was Arbiter.
No.
In KI.
I mean, he was. Well, Bungie refused to have him in a Dead or Alive game, so
Wow.
they were like,
Dead or Alive? Wow.
have like this alternate named Spartan who also just so happens to be wearing Master Chief's armor.
Wow. You know what it probably is? It's probably to do with I mean, like, we're talking
Bungie
at a
were
time.
assholes.
We're talking
Bungie were absolute fucking assholes.
No.
I just want you to
Think
know.
about it, right? A lot of the appeal to the casual audience of DOA is like when the characters aren't wearing very much. We're talking about a time when we didn't know what Master Chief's face looked like. Unfortunately, now we do. Right?
No,
show.
not really.
TV show.
We don't count that.
He took off the helmet, so yeah, well, I'm counting that because there's a piece of, yeah.
His objective is under our control.
You know, it happened. I'm sorry, but it happened.
It's not video game Master Chief,
Yeah, I know.
so therefore not canon.
But then
So-
again, I also know what video game Master Chief looks like because Steve Downs has done an intro thing for IGN's podcast Unlocked, and he was not in the suit. So there you go.
It's gonna suck when he kicks the bucket.
What was your first reaction to? Because I'm sure you've seen that, right? Were you like, "Oh my God, it's that guy's Master Chief"? Was that basically like?
Depends. What part are we exactly talking about? Are we talking about the show or the IGN podcast?
The IGN podcast thing.
Okay, so the IGN podcast, when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, he's in here.
Objective.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I also recently learned that he was also in, he voiced someone in one of the Mass Effect games. I can't remember who or where.
Oh damn! Damn, I'm now gonna. Oh no, I don't need to play it all again. Nope. No.
Do you have the platinum for all of
Yes.
them?
Yes. Just not the series as a whole. To do the series as a whole, I have to play it on like insanity. But after that, I've done everything. So it's like,
An objective
why
is ours.
would you?
That's like being, that's like saying, you've put in 500 hours, maybe even more, playing the Halo campaigns. You've done everything. Why do you still replay them? Because this is the best fucking shit you're ever gonna get.
Yeah. I still actually need to go through and play Andromeda. Because I remember playing Andromeda, getting so far, and then just not going back. And it's not because I would dislike the game or was bored or anything. It's literally just other games, life, blah. You know? So...
Yeah.
yeah, Andromeda needs to be played through.
Oh, I love it. Person hiding behind a wall with a window blows up the wall. Headshot. I love Engineer.
Now, you've fully beaten this event pass already, right? So I'm
Yes.
sorry in a way, because again, it's sort of like you're playing it for no other reason but level and...
I do not care. I do not care. I love this game.
I
will
did
play
actually
it
see
as
you on
many times as I...
Yeah.
Yeah. I will play
Like,
this
you've probably
until
got weapons to unlock and things, right?
I only have 3 weapons left.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, you have absolutely overtaken me. I've got more than 3 locked.
Like, last week, I finally unlocked the stealth helicopters after
oh yeah,
trying
there's
my
a vehicle
absolute
I think
ass
I don't
off.
have. And
I tried my absolute ass off learning the controls and the capabilities of attack helicopters that are in the game, and the fucking buzzard.
you can attack
helicopter.
Hilo now? Hey!
Well, yeah, there's the Apache helicopter and the one on
No.
Russian
I'm on about
side.
you can pilot them. I'm on about like when you go in, you're not just like noob, just spinning in a circle. Like you can fly.
Kinda, yeah.
I'm proud of
great.
you, nephew, man. Like, see,
It took me a fucking lot.
see, here's the thing. I've always been better at helicopter. Where I struggle is fighter jet and planes.
I tried using them, but it's just like, if I want to get good with them, I need to play more Ace Combat.
You see, Ace Combat I can handle. And Ace Combat is actually a game you know what, I would love people to play that with. It's a fucking amazing game. Actually, you know what, now that you've mentioned it, I really should do a Twitch playthrough of that shit. It's brilliant. Like,
Get over here. Get over here.
oh god.
You need repairs.
Mistakes were made.
No, BTR, get back here. You need repairs. Oh, never mind. He
I'm
died.
gonna die. Yep.
Ow.
I got
I prolonged its lifespan for like a little bit longer, but then...
at the very wrong moment. Yeah.
Well, how'd that go?
I think. You know, like, cause like when you're in aircraft, the out of bounds is bigger, and I basically forgot. So when I parachuted out, it was like, get back in the combat zone, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh shit. Nope.
Too far away.
They're all under the fucking hut. God damn it.
Hut.
Enemy helicopter.
Alright.
Fire in the hole. Nope. That's...
He hasn't seen me. Oh yeah!
Nope. Never mind. Somebody blew it up. I like that. They tried firing flares, but they tried firing flares, but unfortunately, it was just dummy rockets being fired at it, so there was no flares. Waypoint. I did ping them.
I tried. Okay, I tried. Damn it.
Yeah, there we go.
Enemy seized an objective.
Are they still here?
Oh, there's a hind.
They were,
on
and
low
I just
health.
got. I just had my tag stolen.
You know, I'm gonna go on this hind. Can I?
No.
Oh, I'm on a gun. Oh yeah,
I was waiting for somebody to
a hind D.
hide these nuts.
No. You've been around the boost gang too much.
I've not been around yaks enough. Really?
But yeah,
It's a bit late to fire the flares.
honestly, the last I want to say,
I'm alive!
in terms of Tekken, right? This is probably the craziest 24 hours I think I've ever seen as a fan of the series ever. Like the reaction to season 2 has just been nothing like I initially expected it would be. And, you know, there were signs it would kind of go this way. Because obviously people were concerned after the Tekken talk. But, like, yeah, I'm a little lost for words. Again, I had fun, but I think it's because everyone playing at my level hasn't found the broken stuff yet. So, therefore, the matches are less broken. Like...
I'm going naughty with it. Back out.
95% of our intel is gone.
I gotta reload.
Marking your next objective.
Switch to the grip so my aim's a little more accurate. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, fuck. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, you're not. Out from there. Out from there. Uh-oh. They found me.
No! By the way, after this match ends, I reckon we'll do a mode change.
Okay.
Check out another mode of the thing.
Objective can now be taken. An objective is ours.
Oh, no. I'm gonna need all of this. Oh, no, there's one behind me. There's multiple behind me.
So, tomorrow, I have an idea, right? Obviously, we're doing
Okay.
Battlefield today, but I had a list of games I wanted to check out. Tomorrow, this will make you happy. Sea of Thieves?
Okay.
Like, in terms of the Destiny stuff, though, is any of it earnable or is it buy only?
I mean, because of how Sea of Thieves' season passes are, it is all earnable. It's very grindy.
Right.
But it is all earnable for free.
Okay. Do we have any idea how long the crossover's crossing over for?
I remember reading it, but I don't actually remember
because I've basically
How
had a
long?
list of games I wanted to quote unquote get to, and of course, you know,
Yeah.
4th of April, like I still want to do.
No, second.
4th of April's a big day because we have new Monster Hunter patch, but we also have new Path of Exile patch. Normally, I would just be like, fluff it, PoE 2, right? But I have to say, I've really been enjoying Monster Hunter, and of
Best
course,
squad.
yeah, I've really been enjoying Monster Hunter, and of course, you know, with there being new stuff in the game, I want to check it out. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
I might do, on the 4th of April, I might play both games, one in one stream and the other in a different one.
Yeah.
Right. We are going to go to the menu as well. There's the coins.
Maria Falk
So I'll get
reporting
the
for
pass
duty.
now. I'm actually going to do it. Might as well.
Oh my god.
Yep. Confirm. Damn, that was flashier than I was expecting. Welcome to Event
yeah.
Pass Premium. Okay. Thanks, I guess.
I swear they do it on purpose to make it as if though it's like, yeah, you're getting something really fucking cool, and it's to tempt you into getting the next one.
Well, now it's
To
gonna go
see that
20% faster, so that's cool as well.
Yeah.
War Machine. Alright. So we played King of the Hill. Domination! Yeah, I mean, see, what concerns me a little is the player counts here. Right?
Yeah.
But we'll do a little bit of Domination, and then we'll do Rush Override. And then we'll probably go back to Conquest. Because we'll just earn so many challenges and mission things and, you know, event
Now,
pass.
I will warn you in advance.
Yeah.
The map is most likely going to be Stadium.
Okay.
Because it is extremely claustrophobic.
Yep, you called it. I mean, this is okay because I'm kind of using SMG anyway. Oh, come
what
on!
the fuck?
Come on! Dude, that was literally a Battlefield Friends episode. Clip that! Exclamation point clip really quickly because you don't have long. Like, dude, can you... Oh, we gotta clip that. We gotta clip that. Hold on. Hold on a minute.
Are you fucking serious?
Thank you, yeah. Great game, guys. Great game. What the fuck?
This is one of the reasons why I hate mid-match joining.
Have you ever seen... Dude, I got a player card out of there. Little consolation prize. But no, have
Like,
you ever seen the Battlefield Friends episode where it's like, oh, they wanted to load up like Caspian border, and then the game took like basically everything they tried to do to play Battlefield, something came up, and then you know, like one player got disconnected. They're like, okay, back out now, and then they go pick him up, and then like, oh, Caspian border, and then like maintenance or something. Like everything they tried to do to play a game, like the whole episode, they don't manage to play a single game.
No.
And that's the point of the episode. That's hilarious. I have to say, like visually, right? The Frostbite engine is really got impressive because even that main menu, right, where it's in-game visuals, in-game character model, and it's like that screen and the soldier in front of it. Like, dude, the visuals look so clean, man.
Whereas like you look at Modern Warfare 2019 and it's just like, yeah, this is fucking realistic as shit.
Oh, it was
Modern
at the
Warfare
time.
22 and 23 come out and it's like,
It's kind of
wait,
the
why'd the
same.
graphics go backwards?
No, I don't think they were breakfast. Like, honestly, I think 22. First time I saw that, like, that campaign, and, you know, and,
The
on
campaign
Mazra,
was
like,
great.
it visually, man, like, I'm like, holy, yeah, like, no, the IW engine is
Vital
impressive.
resources are up for grabs in this region.
Oh yeah.
This is a bit of a gold rush scenario, no Pats. The more we hold, the faster we drain our enemies' capabilities. Make them bleed out, and everyone goes home happy.
I honestly think visually, though, like, lighting has been downgraded a bit to me, because I think
Yeah.
peak Call of Duty lighting was actually Cold War, because they actually had real-time ray tracing on lighting and shadows and things. Now I think it's mostly just the shadows, and because of like Cold War's art style, there was a lot of neon and bright color that really shined with ray tracing, you know? And so the fact they've scaled the ray tracing back in Call of Duty, I think, is a little disappointing. Because I remember playing Battlefield 5 on PC, where obviously that was the first ray traced Battlefield. And the fact that you can like see the reflections of enemy soldiers in like the windows of buildings. But of course, to hide those reflections, you could just shoot the windows out. Like, so there's an actual strategic element to the gameplay through ray tracing.
Oh,
And I'm like, that's freaking cool, man.
Hostile control all objectives.
Because I remember when ray tracing started to become a thing, people just was, you know, writing it off as like, oh, just visual eye candy doesn't serve the gameplay. But as soon as I spotted an enemy in a reflection of a window, and you know, they were round a corner or something, that gave me a situational awareness that I didn't have before, you know?
I do genuinely agree with the statement that it is eye candy. As cool as it is, it's eye candy.
No, it was,
Like,
but again,
don't get me wrong.
no, my point
Yeah,
still
the
stands. When it comes to
situational
reflections,
awareness
man.
is cool and all, but like, you are sacrificing graphical fidelity. You're sacrificing frame rate for graphical fidelity, and it's like, I would rather have frame rate than graphical fidelity.
I hear you, but I almost feel like in the era of like, you know, £700, well, £700 PlayStation 5 Pro console, like that whole kind of like having to sacrifice frame rate, it's a temporary problem. Like realistically, we don't need games to run at 120, 240 FPS. Like 60 is a good middle ground, I feel. So yeah, just let technology technologize. Like innovation continue to innovate. Like if we can get to a point where you don't have to have a 30 FPS game in order to have full ray trace reflections on big open maps, I'm excited for that. Like I want that. Because again, when I killed a player in Battlefield 5 on PC because I saw his reflection in a window when he was round the corner, the moment that I did that, I was like, I wish this was in every game. You know? Because ultimately, all ray tracing is trying to do is realistically simulate the properties of actual real-world light in real-world scenarios. And the thing is, in a real-world scenario, because glass is reflective, yes, you would see someone's reflection on a pane of glass. So, like, yeah, no, again, if it was a thing where, you know, there was ray tracing, but a video game level didn't have reflective surfaces at all, then I would agree with you. Because there's no strategic element, like, it doesn't serve the gameplay. But as soon as you have something that's reflective, and you have enemy players that could be reflected off that stuff, then yeah, it 100% can serve the gameplay. It all just depends on decent level design at that point, right? Because
Yeah.
if you have all of your reflective stuff on the ceiling, there's no point reflect. You know, it was the walls, it was the windows. That's where your situational awareness comes from. You know, it's like I like the look of the Destiny games, obviously, but there's almost no reflective stuff in the Crucible, right?
Yeah.
You certainly can't see
And
players' reflections. You might be able
no,
to see.
the reason for that is because they are still using the same engine they basically used to create Halo Reach, which was back in 2010.
Wow, man.
And sure, they've upgraded it and probably even changed the name of said engine. But to my understanding, they are still using Stingray.
Well, this is the thing. Once you build a live service game like Destiny, you probably can't do what many other game devs do, where like when they make a new game, they make a new engine first, like completely from scratch. And you know, it's like id Tech, right? Ultimately, like with the modern Doom games, like yeah, it is the same engine, but like with the Dark Ages, it's a completely new version of id Tech, and you can tell just by the size of the Dark Ages levels, because there are previews that you can watch online now. And I'm like, yeah, that enemy count has gone up massively. Massively. You know? Not a little bit, like a lot.
Our enemy has full resource control.
I gotta be honest, I love a bit of domination, but this just ain't it. Like, I feel like Battlefield needs Big's maps to really shine. You know?
This is also where Destruction also really needs to shine. But unfortunately, because Destruction is dramatically scaled back in this, it's just like...
And I can understand why, because if we could level every building, it's just going to be a flat square, right? And a sniper haven. If every wall could be destroyed, no one would have any cover. Like, I knew this from day one of 2042. I understand why they did that. Yeah.
I mean, they wanted 2042 to initially be a battle royale, which is one of the reasons why they scaled it back in the first place. But when they found out that it wasn't going to go their way, they had to switch gears dramatically and fast. Which is why 2042 is the way it is.
I mean, it's funny that you say, like, you know, games that were originally intended to be one thing and ended up being something else. Instead of Mortal Kombat 1, we were meant to get Injustice 3, I think. Or another kind of superhero
I think that's what the case was supposed... Yeah. I think that's what the case was supposed to have been with Injustice... with MK11. Because it's like... all the systems they had in MK11 just didn't seem right from Mortal Kombat. Like, having, like, an extra attack bar, having...
oh, the defensive bars and the offensive one? Yeah. I still don't understand that system. I'm gonna be honest with everybody.
Neither do I, because they didn't explain it properly. Even in, like... the tutorials, it just wasn't properly explained. It's like, what is this supposed to be? What is this supposed to do?
We're down by 75%.
And I played MK11's tutorials a lot just so I could understand it. And even when I completed it like 5 or 6 times, I still didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Stop
What's that beeping?
pinging like a crazy person.
Who's doing that?
Strip half the enemy's resources.
Ping, 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 ping.
It's something I hate from, like, high-level sweaty Battlefield
Oh,
2042 players. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, stop pinging for 5 fucking seconds.
Yeah. It's like when I go on Overwatch and somebody tells
Like
me
that.
what
They're still doing it.
character Yeah, like it's. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna check. We're gonna. You know what? We'll do the third and final mode in a minute. We'll brave this game. Right. We'll do the third and final mode. And then after that, if it's cool with you, I'm just gonna play Conquest because out of all the matches we've played so
I'm
far,
perfectly fine with
I've got to
Conquest,
be
honestly.
honest, that was the most fun. Like, do you have any preference? Like, and as somebody who has legit played, I'm gonna ask you straight up and don't bullshit me. 128 or 64? What we saying?
I mean, honestly, 128.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I'm somebody who massively prefers 64, but I kind of want to play more 128.
Okay, can you like run that by me though? Like, why is 64 better? Including it, and especially like in this game, but like, what's it about 64?
There's something about 64 in this that makes some particular maps have better flow.
Is it because everybody's forced in a smaller play space? There's actually more chaos, so it feels the battle
there's
is
some
denser,
maps,
right?
There's some maps that, do not get me wrong, are massively, that are so much better. 128. Like, for example, Orbital, you know, one of the beta maps that we got.
Right, yeah, okay.
That is a map that is
Made for it.
superior and made for 128.
Okay.
You
know what? We can even compare it live. Like, you've asked for more 128. We'll play the last event mode first, if that's cool. But then after
I will tell you
that-
now that this is where strategy is going to need to come in.
Of course, so we're gonna lose
Because
miserably
you are
then.
a 4-player team
Ready. Auf geht's.
and you have 15 lives.
Okay, so we're gonna play one game of this. One game. I can tell you that. It's gonna be one game, and then we're gonna go
Your
128.
lives are not removed when reviving someone, so it is better to revive teammates than respawn.
I'll go in medic anyway. Black Ridge,
You are going to need. You are going to need a health crate as well.
Okay.
And again, once you choose an operator, that operator is locked. Nobody can be a duplicate operator.
Okay, well I am going with oh my, where's medic?
Now okay, somebody has chosen him. I think what I'm going to do.
Oh wait, I should have gone support. I should have gone. Wait, I could have gone Falk. Oh my god, mistakes were made.
It's okay. Just stick with the team and go about accordingly. Because this gets hectic if you're not being team player.
Well, I'm following you.
Oh, I should also warn you now, there is friendly fire. So watch your firing lines. Ow. I got back up.
Explosives on. Shoot any tangos who get near them.
I need medic. I have been downed.
Damn, I've been down too.
Okay, give it a moment. Okay.
Alright, that's cool. It's cool.
Ah, God damn it, already.
So, are we fighting robots?
Yes, we are.
Well, that's cooler than the Dead Space event.
It is related to that mode, though.
Oh, right, were they, like, in the building? Like, you know.
Those robots are what I want to assume are the prototypes, and the whole story behind it is the AI in Redacted has gone rogue and is extremely pissed off for some reason. I'm gonna deploy that to give me a bit extra. Okay, so that is indeed helping. I needed that. Oh, that's another thing. Because they use
Oh my god.
the base AI program, they are kind of stupid, while also equally being extremely hard to fight.
Yeah, I'm kind
So
of surprised.
if you drop a smoke grenade, they become completely inept. They cannot do anything,
Okay, cool.
so long as you are standing inside it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going back to Conquest after this. My It's cool though. It is cool. It is cool. I love how they're showing up on like a thermal scope, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that like would not have. Well, yeah, no, it would. It would, because obviously robot generate heat. Yeah, it would.
Oh no.
No, it absolutely.
Pulling another turret.
It absolutely would. But rather than it being highlighted like all of it's orange, though, it would be like a specific hotspot of wherever the processor would be.
Yeah.
Right? I almost feel like they should go like full on realistic. Hey, I'm just hanging out in the middle of them. That's a bad idea.
No, you don't. Oh shit.
Are we dead?
Yeah, you see what I mean? I accidentally downed a teammate.
Oh no. We're all dead, aren't
Are
we?
we all down?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all down.
Okay.
Which
Well
means we all need
then,
to...
this is yeah.
Challenging, but a lot of fucking fun. At least to me, anyway. If it's not fun for you, then that is...
Oh, it is, but yeah, I mean, I'm every engagement, man, I'm just like dead. So I just don't have the skills to pay the bills. You know?
No. I was gonna stand up.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wow, I'm sorry. It's really easy to do that.
Yep. Which is why I said, be careful of your firing lines.
It's also kind of cool as well. Yeah, it's a weird thing where like you know, the
Right, I'm gonna
fact.
breach that wall.
Oh, come on! There's a gap in those stairs, damn it.
Here, take some ammo.
Yeah, like the bullets aren't flying through the staircase that quite clearly has gaps in.
They do. It's just really janky to have a accurate enough angle to not hit the actual stair.
Need to reload.
I gotta reload. But I'm gonna deploy this first. Oh no.
Man, I got a few kills though, but ultimately, they got. Alright, I'm gonna go in the building.
Oh, fuck. Oh shit.
Are we all
It's
down?
just them. It's just that player.
Make them count.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
It gets hard.
How many of these objectives do we have to do? Have you ever won a game of this yet?
I have. My first time playing it, I won.
So,
No, seriously.
oh, I believe you. Oh my god, man. Come on. Destiny, hey! Wanna play but I have it download and I have to leave? No worries. Oh, I have it installing now. Well, to be fair, I don't know how much I'm gonna be playing, like longer I'm gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing a few more games, sure, but I'm aiming for like 2-hour stream-ish, and we're 1.5 hours in, so I didn't want to do a long stream today because I'm also streaming later.
Forces are getting low.
But if you're around tomorrow, right? In fact, let me just tell you this now, okay? Because there's other stuff that you may want to join on. Tomorrow, Sea of Thieves. Day after, Monster Hunter Wilds, okay? So like, if you have a console with limited space, like you may as well cancel Battlefield, maybe. Unless you can get it installed before we stop. But like, yeah,
We only have
tomorrow's
one revive left.
tomorrow's
Well, one respawn left.
tomorrow Sea of Thieves. I don't know, I haven't mentioned it to him. He wasn't in a good way yesterday, so I'm gonna say I doubt it because I'll probably want to do it in the morning. I just want to, like, here's the thing, Destiny, right? I'm gonna break it down.
Oh shit.
There's just a list of games I want to check out before Path of Exile 2's big update, which by the way is on the 4th. So, because of the Destiny and Sea of Thieves crossover, regardless of whether Dondi can make it or not, I just wanted to play the game a bit. Right? Like, don't get me wrong, I want to play the game with Dondi too, but even if he's not available, I'm still going to do it. Because I don't need Dondi to play that game.
Oh shit, he just got
I play it for
incinerated.
the game.
Nope.
Don't get me wrong, I love playing the game with it, but Dondi's not on this, like, you know, there's not a Dondi pedestal. I don't have a Dondi shrine. Like, I love all of you equally, so yeah. I mean, I'll ask if he's available, but like, I'm gonna play the game regardless, is my point.
Hmm.
Because I want to check out the Destiny stuff. I want to see what's in it. And it seemed like a good opportunity to like just return to the game and play it with people that want to play it. So, yeah. But like I said, I've got a list of games that I'm wanting to get through. I already know what my next week's gonna look like. And spoiler alert, there is less Monster Hunter in it. just because I need to make more time for other games that I want to get through. I probably will play Monster Hunter on one of the days because of, like, you know, event quests and stuff. But yeah, I need to get through the backlog. Oh yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing. Another reason why I wanted to get back to it tomorrow is obviously you guys have been playing it. So I need to, in order for me to like join it, I've got to actually set aside a time when, like, yeah, you know, because like
Don't
here's
forget to change back to Falk, by the way.
oh thank you. Right, yeah, okay. Is that done? Did it do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because, like, here's the thing, right? Because obviously you guys can be up and about, like, later in the day than me. And obviously, like, as a result, if I'm going to make time to play any given game, including, like, Sea of Thieves, I've probably got to make it a stream or something, because that way, like, I set aside the time and to do it, and it actually gets done. We'll start with Conquest 128 then. We've played all the event modes.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably go to 64 later, maybe? We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with him, but the reality is, Destiny, I was probably thinking of doing, like, Sea of Thieves in the daytime. I highly doubt Dondi will be free, because for Dondi, it's mostly got to be weekends. And on Saturday, I really want to do Origami 2. Because it's literally been weeks since that cliffhanger now. So once we're done with the Origami 2 playthrough, my suggestion was going to be to Dondi that, like, hey, can we do potentially Sea of Thieves together on a somewhat more regular clip? Because, again, you guys have been having fun on the game. I kind of want to be part of that fun. Alpha left the party. What happened?
It failed to bring me into the matchmaking.
Oh,
Like, once the map had booted up, it pulled me out.
Almost no play. Hang on, let's go back again. Let's do it. Let's queue again. Yeah, no, let's.
Oh yeah, there's not
let's queue.
32 player. Okay.
Let's queue again because that's being weird.
I was going to say, but unfortunately, I had a sip of Dr. Pepper during that. We're going back into the same match.
Oh. Wait.
When it comes to 128, so long as there's 32 players, it's done it again.
Oh my god.
Instead of it being like it won't start, the rest of the slots will be replaced with bots.
Oh yeah.
So really, we do not have to fuss about it not exactly being full, because anybody who isn't in, as long as we have 32 players, the game will start because bots.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. Oh, as in like
Battlefield
stuff?
Battlefield. Are you wanting me to teach you the ways of Battlefield?
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. And depending on the time that you do that, if I'm off stream, but I mean, I don't know. I might just be chilling and resting to prepare for Tekken at 7. Because, boy, the reaction to Season 2, people. like I said at the top of the stream, I'm going to repeat myself a little bit. So I had a blast yesterday, right? I got 3 promotions on ranked, and the new stuff seems cool. I had a great time. Players that know what they're talking about know what they're doing, though. Oh boy. I looked into why is everyone being so negative about Tekken 8's new patch. And like I basically I looked at what the players that, that they know how to play. I've seen some shit. I've seen multiple characters do over 100 damage combos. And after looking into it a bit more, I can understand why this is a problem. It's a huge problem. And, yeah, Namco need to address it. Here's the thing, though, and here's something I know about Namco. One way or another, they are going to address it. You want to know why? Because let's think about how quickly they decided to announce the take chip damage when breaking a throw change. For anyone that doesn't know, they are removing that change. So what was happening before, in Season 2 at the moment, is that if you broke a throw, you took chip damage. Ultimately, you are slightly punished for doing a skillful thing. The players didn't think that was fair, and now the developers agree. So in an upcoming update, they are removing that change. Do you want to know how long it took for that change to get announced? 3 days. 3 days. So clearly the devs are listening to player feedback, because to announce something and then 3 days later cancel that change, that's big news. The problem is that the Season 2 changes are so big and so sweeping, and they're buffing so many characters that it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, if they go back on everything they did in Season 2, there's a load of people gonna cry that, man, now my character sucks again. And I'm like, yeah, but it's for the greater good of fair competitive balance of the game. But like, no one's gonna enjoy the nerfs, right? But because they've buffed everyone to like a ridiculous degree, that means that nerfs are gonna happen and nobody enjoys nerfs. Whereas if they just nerfed the problematic stuff rather than buffing everybody to broken status, because essentially what we're going to have is another great big patch that essentially fixes everything, but it's going to make everybody seem weaker. Like, the game's in a bit of a mess right now. I really had fun yesterday, but actually upon looking into it a bit, the game is in a bit of a mess, because ultimately everybody is overpowered now. All 33 characters. Wait, no, sorry, not 33. How many we got now? It was 32 at launch. Eddie, Lydia. Bye-bye! Sorry, I'm very slow at responding to chat. Eddie, Lydia. I'm trying to remember the characters we got now, man. Eddie, Lydia. I'm missing one. Well, obviously Clive as well. Ah, thank you. Eddie, Lydia, Heihachi, Clive. So, 33, 34, 35, 36. So yeah, there's 37 characters now. And apparently they're all overtuned. So, that's insane, you know? That's insane.
Oh, I mean, I guess it could be worse.
No, you know what, that's what I was kind of saying yesterday. I actually think that, no, you know what, if every professional player is kind of saying the same thing, and, you know, they're not just saying it, like, this is the thing that initially, like, I had to look into it to understand.
Take the ammunition!
They're not just saying this just like, yes, like, you know, for the clickbait.
Anytime you need help.
Like they're actually
They are saying it because
they're looking
they
at the
know
frame
there's
data.
something wrong because something isn't right.
Yeah, they're looking at the frame data, they're looking at the numbers. They are actually being beaten by stuff, going into their replays and be like, okay, that thing that I was beat by, can I jab punish it? No. Can I sidestep it? No. Can I, you know, like for most of the stuff, their only option is power crash, which ultimately that's the way that I like to defeat offense anyway, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, where's the problem there? But it's like, if it's the only option, do you know what I mean?
There's a problem.
Yeah, because the thing is, if the player knows it's your only option, what are they going to do? They're going to power crush your power crash and then continue their offense. So it becomes a very, like, one-dimensional game. And when, even in Season 1, Tekken 8, there was way more nuance than that. Basically, the game changing so drastically in this way is just a quick uninstall for dozens of people. You know? There are so many people, even among my friends, that uninstalled the game yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, even people that have been regularly playing, I'm not gonna name them, but like, even people that we've been regularly having come into streams, you know, they've actually uninstalled the game yesterday. And obviously, I'm not gonna make them reinstall it. But like, yes. So there needs to be quite clearly fixes. And I'm sure they'll come because look at it, right? The whole chip damage throw break thing. 3 days and Namco walked that back. The thing is, they made over 1,500 changes with Season 2. You ain't gonna walk back all of them. Yes. Yes, they did. They literally went through every character and they're like, okay, what are the problems and weaknesses with the character? Like, what is all the players that main that character crying for, like buffs on? And essentially, what Namco's actually did is given every player, regardless of main, everything they wanted and then some. And what it's actually done is break the game. So what I hope comes out of this, right, because I've seen the rhetoric online so many times. Comment after comment of like, oh, my character's shit, buff him, like buff my, you know, like they never say buff my main, they say buff and then whatever the character's name is. But you know that the person typing that on Twitter or whatever is saying it because that's their main. And then they're saying nerf blah blah blah, nerf blah blah blah, because that's the matchups that they're refusing to figure out. Yeah?
Delta sector is now fully secure.
It's whereas the people that play professionally and competitively, I feel like their voices are a little more trustworthy because you can kind of like, you know, they play at the highest level. And ultimately, at the highest level, you want a, not necessarily like balanced as in like there's no OP shit at all, because of that, finding that stuff is part of what makes the game feel rewarding to play. But you definitely, I think everyone can agree, even if everything isn't quote unquote balanced, there has to be an answer to it, right? There has to be something that can beat it. And then, so you have to have options. And then the second part of this is that I think everyone can agree that everyone wants the game to be kind of fair, you know, from a competitive standpoint.
I'm a walking brush monster. How did you not see me?
Commander's watching.
Oh, that's an enemy. Oh. Dude, I saw a vehicle, like, just zooming towards. And I'm like, I'm gonna hold the square button so that I leap in this thing. Nope. It was an enemy one. So, yeah, man, I don't know, man.
Echo sector is under American control.
Are you having a keyboard buffer?
They control more sectors.
No, I just... This whole Tekken scenario is crazy. Like, I feel
I
like...
love how that sentence is just becoming the norm for like any kind of problem with a video game. It's just,
I
damn,
don't know, man.
this game situation is crazy.
Like, you know, it's like...
Yeah, well, guess what? I was crazy once.
What do you mean once?
They locked me in a room.
Wait, what?
A rubber room. Any shitposter knows what I'm doing, and they will immediately be like, "Oh no, not again." And others would either join in or be saying behind their screens without even typing, "Dude, just shut up."
What are you talking about?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. See, this is the thing, dude. Like, I'm gonna give you some perspective here, right? My perspective, obviously. I can't really give you anyone else's. So, and this is gonna happen to you, by the way. I'm just gonna pre-warn you now.
It already has, so don't worry.
But
There
like,
are things that
I'm like, dude, you gotta explain this to me because I just.
Okay, so there was another streamer at one point
Right.
who thought it'd be funny to create like the equivalent of a copy pasta, which is basically just something on the internet that everybody just likes to copy, paste, and repeat non-stop.
Okay. Because I'm hearing that and I'm like, but why?
Because a lot of people in that kind of sphere are autistic, for one. Welcome to my world. And repeating something that is funny is enjoyable, and so we will.
Right.
As many times as we want to, because it is funny. And we will continue to find it funny until our brain realizes, hang on a minute, this isn't funny anymore.
See, for a lot of people that probably aren't autistic, that probably happens sooner.
That happens a lot sooner for a lot of people. But for autistic people, myself included, this usually takes years at the maximum.
See, that's interesting to me. That's interesting to me. And I don't even mean it in like a derogatory way. Like, that's just like
I know.
fascinating, right? Just how yeah. In all the ways that our brains are different. Like, that's just like,
I mean,
just literally,
the way-
genuinely wow, you know?
I will go into a little bit of science here.
Okay.
The reason for this, I would say, is because scientists found out what autistic brains look like internally.
Oh.
We have a unique thing with our brains where we are not destroying unneeded brain neurons like a brain should be. Instead, it is keeping them.
Okay.
And the way I kind of joked about it last night, is we are basically able to contain more useless data than we are supposed to.
Huh.
We're monitoring your progress.
It's
Surely,
like,
surely it has its advantages, though, right? Because
It
surely
does,
you would
it
also
does.
be. Surely that would also mean
that
you're
means
better
that
at
there's
retaining
things.
useful stuff as well,
Yes.
right? So,
So
you
there's
just
some
have better
things-
memories. Full stop. You retain
Yeah.
useful stuff better, but you also retain completely garbage
But
stuff better.
it only applies to something that we have an interest in. If we do not have an interest in it, we will not remember it.
Oh, so the whole kind of throw out stuff thing still applies.
But is to a more extreme.
Right. So in other words, you almost have to have an attachment to whatever you're trying to remember in order to remember.
Yes. So it's like, for example, there's a lot of Halo stuff that I remember. I don't need to remember this Halo stuff, but I do.
Yeah, because you have an emotional attachment to the thing.
Yes.
Whereas
The average person is just not going to remember.
yeah, well,
half of it.
well, I guess it's probably just easier to remember things based on like factual importance or something like that.
But when
Right.
it comes to jokes and stuff, we will continue to make said joke until it is no longer funny in our brain.
See, by that logic though, right? Because surely when you understand these nuances, and they're really interesting to me. Because you obviously have a good understanding of this. Surely
To a
you
degree,
can
because I
exploit that
myself am
knowledge, right?
still-
Because if there's something that you know is important to remember, if you're then able to make a joke out of it in some way, you then have created a mechanism for you to assist yourself in remembering that thing. Right?
Basically.
Have you ever done
I
that?
think.
Like, is there an example of like, oh man, I really need to, especially probably like when you, say for example, when you were studying, right? Have you ever used something like that to help you memorize and revise and things like that?
I've tried. But tried isn't I've done it.
Right.
Tried is I've tried.
And it didn't really work. Okay.
No.
Because like,
I have
For
to have like
me-
an extreme fucking gimmick for it.
like when I was in college, I had to retake my GCSE maths. Because unfortunately, I don't know whether this is still the case, but for a lot of courses that you wanted to enroll in, even if mathematics wasn't even part of the syllabus in any way,
You still had to
you still had to have grade C
take
in
it and
maths
yeah.
as a minimum before you could enroll. And
that
I
isn't-
hated how grade C in mathematics was basically like the differentiator
was-
between like whether you're clever or stupid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't have a grade C in maths? Sorry.
The thing I had to do to pass my maths, I had to stop following the curriculum. Which, I mean, let's be honest, that gets you into trouble because you're not following the way they want to teach you. You're going about it that works.
That's the thing.
in
It wasn't
your
that I was
head.
bad at arithmetic, really. The thing is the methods of figuring out the problem, like they just didn't click with me. So like a different teacher that had a different way of teaching the same thing. That's all I needed, you know?
Yeah.
But to sort of make sure that I remembered this stuff, because I was very aware, like, I'm not going to have this teacher forever. So I would make my math book, rather than just containing the answers to all the equations and blah, 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 I actually had we called them amanuenses, but essentially like teacher's assistant. I basically had them note take the methods, because even after the lesson's over, because like maths is a subject that, it was okay, but it's not something I would choose to do really. So I didn't really enjoy it, and
Yeah.
I suppose similar to you, like, because it's not a subject I enjoyed, I had a harder time memorizing what I would learn. And as a result of that, though, I was like, well, what can I do to make this easier for myself? And I'm like, essentially write the teacher into the book so that I can then go back, look at how so even if I completely forgot everything, I could reteach myself all of that stuff. And even today, right, because obviously I finished my education in 2009, and you know how the real world can be, like, unless you are actively like, retraining those muscles, everything you've learned can just not necessarily completely go, but it's like anything, right? If you're not practicing a skill, you're gonna diminish in that skill. So yeah, I quite often in my free time will just retest, relearn, because there's a lot of great free resources out there. Because otherwise I will just become inept at so many things. And I don't want to do that. This has ended up being a rather random chat, but a rather fantastic one as well. To whoever's lurking, like, thank you for hanging around, joining.
Our troops are on target. Our troops now hold Delta Sector.
Yeah, going back to it though, the whole thing was they decided to repeat something and it kind of stuck, and the whole thing that they just repeated was crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats, and the rats make me crazy. And just repeated.
Oh wait, I've heard that, like,
over
why?
and over.
As soon as you said rat, yeah,
over.
like I've heard this before. I have.
Yes.
But I only recognized it with
Bentley,
the rats
Ryan,
made me crazy. Like,
Destiny have all repeated this to an extremely ridiculous degree because we find it funny. And we continue to repeat it because it is funny. And we will only stop repeating it until our brains decide it is no longer funny.
see, as you can hear, I'm not laughing, so I guess you could say I don't get it, but sure. Like, and yet, if it ended up being like a Family Guy skit, where like a lot of their humor is literally the way stuff is said, or the repetition is where the humor is. Like, think about when like Peter Griffin hurts his leg and he's outside on the front.
And just repeats it.
Yeah, and it goes on for like a good, I don't know,
If I'm
like
not mistaken,
10
it's like
minutes.
almost the entire episode.
Yeah. And so eventually you just start laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where unless you understand something that is having that kind of gimmick do what it's doing, you're not going to understand until you actually dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
You gotta dig a little deeper. Sorry, that's another autistic thing. We can pull the most obscure thing.
You know what I was thinking? Tell me if
remembers.
I'm right. You were thinking of, you got a long way to go and a long time
No.
to, or a short
No,
time to get
no.
there or something.
I was singing a small, tiny bit from a Disney animated movie, Princess and the Frog,
Okay, yeah. Wow.
which is like 2011.
Wow. Okay.
I
I've got to
can
be
be
honest, I'm
very
kind of out of the
obscure.
loop with Disney. Ever since, like, I mean, I've seen a few of the modern ones, but, like, where it kind of fell off, where, like, the watch streak kind of ended, I would probably say is, like, Toy Story 2. Like, anything after Toy Story 2, I might not have seen it. Anything before, I've probably seen it.
I stopped at Tangled.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Wow. Have you seen Toy Story 1, bud?
Yeah.
I remember
I
seeing
have seen
that.
every
At
single
the
Toy
cinema,
Story
man.
movie except the fourth one.
Wow. Oh, the fourth one was good. Oh, the fourth one.
I haven't seen the fourth one. I know it has Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah, the
But other than that,
fourth one was good. The third one was sad, man. Third one was sad.
It was a great ending to the story, but it was like, yeah, let's make a fourth.
Yeah, no. The fourth one works. I remember liking the fourth more than I thought. Because, again, I was like, what are they going to do? And actually what they do is really good.
An abandoned ship
But
beach
yeah,
near the Panama
man.
Canal has been revealed as a hotbed for Russian intelligence operations.
I saw the
We need to
first
secure the
film
vessel
in
and
the
all surrounding
cinema.
territory before the enemy shows up to blow
And
their
that
secret
was an
sky high.
experience as a
Watch
kid.
if that wind changes, though. Last thing we need is an entire unit tossed out by a tornado. This is a hot drop. The second you land, be ready to fight.
This is another map I feel like does better in 128 than 64.
Cool, that's what we're doing.
Because 128,
We have secured Sector Alpha.
it makes sense for all of the objectives to just be spaced out like they are.
We now hold more
With
sectors than
64,
they
it's
do.
like, I haven't seen someone for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Charlie 1 under friendly control.
I'm I'm in a vehicle now.
I do need to get out of the vehicle because I'm playing recon here. Uh-oh. Sorry, chap.
Man, this wheel for selecting objectives. Sensitive AF.
Yeah. I feel like it works for PC more than it does console.
Like, it's so sensitive. So sensitive.
Charlie in enemy hands.
That zip line is very bumpy.
Charlie 2.
That's not even funny. It is very sensitive.
Conquered more sectors than us.
You're just bouncing.
So sensitive. Sensitive to me. Man, there's a parody reference for you. No one's gonna know that. No one.
It feels like
I feel like
a
Sky
parody of
was in the
"You
chat.
Are So Beautiful."
No. I wore my 9-inch nails top yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Allied forces
They have
now
a song
holding
called
Sector
You're
Delta.
So Physical.
Allies targeting Charlie 2.
But I replaced physical with sensitive.
No, I don't have the range. No. Damn it! I need to go back to the bushes. I am a walking bush monster.
They have control of sector.
Say what?
I'm recon.
Oh, right.
I'm in a
yeah.
ghillie suit.
Oh, yeah. Damn, yeah.
I'm a walking bush monster.
Bush monster. Go back to like Family Guy instead of Rock Lobster or whatever it is.
Why is that his course of action?
What do you mean?
Some crazy person is flying the fucking heli bike and using it to ram people. I mean, I commend them.
Objective marked.
I don't know, man.
Friendly's hot.
But that is like the dumbest fucking thing I've seen somebody do.
That's just my hostile.
Oh god, and their recon. That's it. That's even worse.
You know what? Like, yeah. I'm not doing too well. Oh god, I was revived. Oh god.
Reloading weapon.
I didn't expect that.
I got you.
One of our objectives has been lost.
Ah,
The enemy has seized Charlie 1.
I do find
They've occupied
the death
Sector Charlie.
sounds in 2042 fucking hilarious though.
We don't control enough sectors.
Basically a bunch
Secure
of
those
Wilhelm
objectives.
screams, isn't it?
What's our status?
Pretty much.
Our forces are struggling to
Like,
control
they're all
objectives,
just
sir.
different
Our attack on Charlie 1.
versions of the Wilhelm scream. Which again, I will repeat, is a scream I fucking despise because it is all over the fucking place. That was
Yeah,
awful.
that was actually closer than I was expecting, but not quite. Like, yeah, I can't even believe I gave it a go. It also reminds me of the last time I tried to do a butcher impression from Diablo, right? I kind of nailed it accidentally. It's probably not going to work now because I've mentioned it already. So I've already jinxed myself preemptively. So if I was to,
We may be soon.
If I was to...
oh wait, that actually wasn't too bad either. Yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was not the VO.
I need to use the drone for a little bit.
Yeah,
I need
like
to detect the
Diablo
ants.
4. I did enjoy going back, playing the story, but I think I can only play it for the
Ow.
story now. Yeah. How crazy is that? And here's the thing, it's not just Path of Exile 2, even though that's like a large part of it. Because I will say that like Path of Exile 2's design, it's fantastic, but it's also, it can be fatiguing. Like if the boss has a lot of health and a lot of mechanics you have to dodge roll out of and things like this. Like, yeah, it can be, it's a very active game, right? You are constantly pressing a lot of buttons. And it requires a lot of concentration for a long period of time.
They were there.
Whereas Diablo 4 in comparison feels almost like a Stardew Valley. It's very chill. And sometimes you want chill. You know what I mean?
Attacking Bravo 1.
What the fuck?
Sorry, what are you on about? What are you on about? What are you wanting?
Oh! Nintendo Direct just started.
Oh, now?
Yeah, now!
You see, I knew the time was earlier. Right, you know what? Fluff it. I'm gonna alpha, right? I'm gonna put it on like right now. Should we do it like right now? I kind of want to
I
watch
mean-
it right now.
I mean, would it be illegal? Against rules?
I don't know,
I mean,
but I
we're
kind
not,
of.
we're not streaming it. It's kind of like more live reactions while not having it up on stream.
I mean, like,
Incoming
Is that like a
has
gray
it
area,
has
or
it
is that
only
against
has it only
rules?
just started? Has it only just started?
It's only just started. They've not done any reveals or anything yet. It's
Is it-
literally just Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Switch 2, April 2nd, 2025, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, you know what? I want to load it up. Chat, I am sorry. You know what? Like, I'll finish the game, but I'm gonna end the stream. I knew not believing you about the date and the time was the thing to do, man. But I don't know. I had it in my head that it was 4 p.m. Like, so it's, yeah, I'm at fault.
I
Anyway.
do apologize for getting the date wrong.
See, this is what happens
My
when your
brain-
brain is in America. Like,
No, it wasn't that. It was more. I completely just misread the date
Yeah.
as 4th of the 4th,
yeah, no.
not April 2nd.
Yeah, I am very excited for this presentation. I want to know 2 pieces of information. Dundee! I'm going to be playing Sea of Thieves tomorrow at some point. Would you be interested in joining? If so, do I need to make it an evening stream? Because if so, I will. But I want to play. I want to play Sea of Thieves tomorrow.
Go reload now.
And also, the
help.
Switch 2 presentation is
Snap
just
me.
happening. Not at home all day tomorrow. That's fine. I'll do it in the daytime then. Because Destiny was asking, like, oh, would Dondi be able to make it? And I'm like, I doubt it. But I'll ask anyway. But don't worry, it's obviously not going to be the only time that I do it. Obviously, as you know, I'd like to do origami this weekend if we're all available. But once we're done with that playthrough, I'm like, you know what? It'd be really awesome to do some Sea of Thieves. Or indeed some Battlefield, if you guys wanted to. Because this event, the reason why I'm playing Battlefield today is because of the event that's going on for another 13 more days.
They actually ran me
But yeah,
over
the
that time.
Switch 2 event is just starting now. So we're gonna end this stream. Well, to be fair, we're really near the end of the game. We could finish the game. Let's finish the game. Let's finish the game.
I won't be surprised
Thursdays,
if
you know, yeah.
it doesn't fully kick off. They don't start-
Alpha, can you keep an eye on it though? Like, so have you got the stream
I
up?
I have it up on my iPad right now.
Right. So I haven't missed anything yet.
No.
Okay. Do you know what? Like, I'm not going to get political on the stream really, but I am going to mention something. We are lucky that the presentation is today and not tomorrow. Because, like, and Alpha will know what I mean by that, right? Because
I do.
essentially, Nintendo are committing to a price literally the day before a certain world leader is going to have what he's calling Liberation Day, announcing a load of global tariffs, which will absolutely affect the price of things.
That's not a good idea. That's going to screw over both that nation and...
Wow, so Alpha, like, and no offense with it, like, so you literally didn't know?
No, I didn't know something like that was going on.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. So, announcing tomorrow and going into effect the day after. So, like, global markets. Hold on to your butts. Because...
I mean, I know we are becoming increasingly closer with China as a result of somebody's shenanigans.
Yeah,
That it has
we're
rendered-
talking about the same somebody. Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know about the
It has
China thing.
caused a lot of people to be
all
like, okay,
what
he
I'd
is
been
no
hearing,
longer
because
our
I keep my
number one
nose,
trade
I keep my nose to
partner.
the ground on this stuff. I
Yeah.
know that, I think we're also negotiating with Europe a lot more, right? Because yeah, which I'm happy with.
I would not be surprised if by a different point in time, somebody susses out a negotiation agreement and deal that brings us back to the European Union.
I don't ever think it's going to go that far, and I'm full disclosure, I did vote Remain, I'll just say that. Again, I want to kind of gloss over this topic, but, you know, obviously the referendum happened. What happened,
If
happened.
I
I feel like the
was
best
of
course of action...
if I was of legal age at the time, I would have voted Remain as well.
Yeah. And, you know, the sad reality is like... I mean, I'm not going to say it wouldn't have made any difference, but ultimately... one person can only cast one vote. So, like, yeah. So, and I think that, you know, it was a close vote, but it wasn't down to one vote. It was down to a few thousand either way, right?
And
It was
if I'm not
still like
mistaken, there was a good
1%
few
in it.
hundred, because a lot of people didn't actually
Show up that I think should have, yeah. Like, I do agree the result could have been different. I remember when that happened, right? I remember a load of people that voted leave being really upset because they voted leave as a joke because they didn't think that it would actually happen. And then it did. And I'm like, you absolute morons. Sorry. I probably shouldn't be saying that on the internet, you know, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. But it was a crazy time, for sure. We've covered the gamut on this stream, man. The topic's been everywhere.
I mean, that's usually the idea for, like, streams, right? Like, just talk about everything and everything all of the time.
Yeah, yeah. I am going to be playing Tekken 8 later, especially if Nintendo are getting the presentation out of the way now, rather than tonight. That's good news for me.
Like, you know full well this is a strategic plan from them.
I do want to say, though, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. But yeah, I'm very glad that Nintendo are committing to a price today and not tomorrow, because regardless of what happens tomorrow in the world financially, they're going to have to commit to that price, right? And stick to it. And eat whatever costs they might get put on them as a company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what I'm thinking is going to happen tomorrow for Nintendo, if I can talk corporate for a second, is that they'll announce their price, know how much profit margin they'll have from that price, and then tomorrow for them only, their amount of profit margin will change due to factors outside of their control. But I think because they're announcing their price now, they'll have to eat that cost. And they'll only be able to change their price and profit margin on some sort of hardware refresh. Like if they did, I know the Switch 2 doesn't have an OLED screen, for example. So what they would probably do is in the future add Switch 2 Lite and Switch 2 OLED, and that's their opportunity to increase the price. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's probably what I could see happening. And what they might do is accelerate the development of that refresh, depending on what they need to do to balance their books. But to be fair, I think Nintendo have been very smart at handling a games industry where development costs are ballooning. You know, we've heard reports that like employees at Nintendo Japan have taken a willing 2 to 5% pay cut each in order to again balance their books. But I think that like Japanese workplace culture is just different to the point where they are happy to take a pay cut to stay Nintendo employees because, like, you know, rather than having to resort to the whole layoff thing, like everybody takes a pay cut so that everybody gets to keep their job. Because I think the people that work at Nintendo, they are proud to work at Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like, which is cool. I mean, yeah. I mean, it must be a hell of a thing to have on your CV. You know. But anyways, talking to Nintendo, we're gonna check out their the presentation. Alpha, is it on Twitch? Can I potentially raid into it? Or is it just YouTube? Alpha? Alpha? Alpha! What's happened? Oh, hang on. Did it mute? Hang on. Did my...
I
God
just had
damn
to
it.
unplug and replug in my mic.
No. It was me. It was freaking... It was
You
the Stream
accidentally-
Deck. It was the Stream Deck. Right.
Oh, okay.
So, is it on Twitch?
I'm looking now.
Like, officially, I mean. If it's not...
Nintendo is live on Twitch.
Yo, let's go. So yeah, let's check out Switch 2 presentation. Again, thank you for joining me, man.
Yeah.
They might not be raidable, but we're gonna try. Nin. 9.3 thousand viewers. Hey!
Do you want to know?
They're
do you wanna
not
know how many
accepting
viewers
raids.
are on-
Guys, they're not accepting raids. Make your own way there if you want to see the new the like
Wow,
hardware stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, bye then. And I'll see you at 7 p.m. BST for Tekken 8 Season 2 Shenanigans. And thank you for stopping by, Dondi. I hope you're okay, man. Bye. Same for you, Destiny. I'm going to say goodbye to you proper in Discord because I'm sorry for not seeing your chat sooner too. Bye-bye, everyone. Alpha, thanks for joining me, man.
You are absolutely welcome.